Okay, so please don't get mad at me for using a filter, but I'm just going to use one for this time. So for the first question, I said I consider psychology to be a soft science because, like you said in class, we can't say one thing causes another because it's really difficult to measure things precisely, like emotions, personality, and cognition. Also, the human mind can't be seen by another person. And also sometimes it's hard to do experiments ethically, so we have to use surveys, and observational studies a lot of times. And so we can draw like strong correlation between certain things, but we can't say for sure one thing causes another. And then for the second one, I don't know if this counts, but I think the placebo effect is an example of psychological science that I've seen before. For example, my mom, she's obsessed with essential oils and thinks they can cure or at least help with just about any ailment. And I'm convinced that this is the placebo effect because I don't think rubbing oil that smells terrible on different parts of the body could cure anything. But having this fake treatment somehow tricks your mind into thinking that you're being cured, even though the treatment has no real therapeutic effect. And then the third one, I think people study psychology because it's very interesting to learn about how the mind works and why people do what they do. Also, mental illness is really interesting. I think it's a little scary, but I think it's super interesting. Also, your mental state a lot of times affects your physical well-being and like a lot of like other things in your body, so that's kind of interesting. And then the fourth one, the study of psychology might be important in my life in helping improve relationships because it helps because learning about psychology can help us learn a bit more about other people. And another thing in life that it might be helpful with is learning how to deal with stress and anxiety and figuring out how to handle that in a healthy way. There's other ways that I'm sure it's helpful in my life, but like I can't think of them right now. And we wrote it in an assignment earlier this week, but I don't remember which one it is. And then the last one, I think that the area of positive psychology studies the parts of the human experience that contributes to flourishing and well-being of a person. And this is This is different than traditional psychology. Okay, it cut off, but for the fifth one, I think that the area of positive psychology studies the part of the human experience that contributes to flourishing and well-being of a person, and it's different from traditional psychology that would focus more on mental illness and what was wrong with people. Positive psychology focuses more on positive emotions and like resilience and how people can overcome a lot of adversity and come back from challenges in life. And we also talked about flow in class, which was like a state of total engagement in an activity which provides a sense of achievement. For example, video games can induce a sense of flow because you lose track of time because you're so absorbed in the challenge and like that kind of thing. So yeah.